Greetings, I'm Ferici from Germany, and I would like to talk about my hashtag walkaway story. Now, as I just mentioned, I'm from Germany and I'm not a US citizen, nor do I have my residence in the US. But I decided to make this video about hashtag walkaway to describe the situation in Germany. First of all, introduction. My father was from Iran, my mother is from Germany, and I myself was born in Tehran, Iran, in the last day of 1967. Because of my father's job, we traveled a lot and lived in the UK in the early 70s, in Iran, and in the US in the years 78, 79. So I experienced the Western culture, the way of life under the Shah of Iran, and the Islamic dictatorship under the Khomeini regime. In the year 1981, my mother and I moved to Germany, and we're living here since then. Okay, so here's my walkaway story. About 4.5 years ago, after doing research on animal rights issues, I decided for moral reasons to become a vegan. I followed a lot of left-wing Facebook pages about veganism and similar issues. Basically, all these themes are actually run by the left side. So all went well for a year and a few months or so, until someone in the vegan community on Facebook mentioned a site on Facebook about a person that was a vegan but was conservative, and it was not ashamed to be a German. So this person told the vegans to go to the page and let him be banned, blocked. I responded that I thought a few of his points on the site were actually quite interesting. And that was the moment that I experienced a so-called tolerance from the left side. It was not desired that I had listened to a different opinion. We commented and argued on Facebook, and they finally blocked me on this vegan page. The same happened to other Facebook sites about veganism and animal rights issues. It was the norm that left-wing would call me stupid, uninformed, racist, Nazi, fascist, just because I had a different opinion on certain topics. One day I got a message that I was targeted by an organization that operates anonymously. They published a writing on the internet and claimed I was supporting right-wing extremists and tended to support views of Holocaust deniers. So I basically learned that when the left wing claims something, in reality they mean the exact opposite. This applies to topics like animal rights, veganism, feminism, tolerance, equality, democracy, racism, and so on. The most important thing for these people is always the left ideology. Things like animal rights and veganism always come in second place. So that was my awakening from the reality of the so-called tolerant and progressive left side. Okay, now as all this was going on, I did not take much notice of the US elections in 2016. The message I got from the mainstream media in Germany was basically that Hillary Clinton is the best and Donald Trump is a stupid idiot that has no chance whatsoever to win the elections. When Trump surprisingly won the elections, I started paying attention to what was going on and how the mainstream media was reacting to this event. Now, I'm not a big fan of the mainstream media because because of the way they tend to twist some facts, because of their agenda and because of political correctness. But the absolute dishonesty about almost everything concerning Donald Trump that the media referred and still does even surprised me. Well, at least in the US, there is a kind of opposition news broadcasting station in the mainstream. We in Germany have no opposition news broadcasting station in the mainstream, none whatsoever. It doesn't really matter what news station you watch here, because it's basically always the same. So that was my hashtag walkaway story. I'm walking away from the absolute dishonesty and dictatorship of the left-wing ideology, the propaganda coming from the mainstream media. the way the left wing and Antifa constantly try to silence other opinions is fascism and the main step to dictatorship. I know that because I lived in a dictatorship. Don't let anybody else do the thinking for you. Always think for yourself. Okay, that's about it. Goodbye and good luck to the Walk Away movement. This is Ferrecci from Germany, tuning out.